The senior pastor and his son AJ, an assistant pastor, feel the weight of what could have been had their church been full.
All praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, the earthly Mother, sanctifying Yahawashi, the Holy Son. Brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. This is your humble servant, Biglevi. And today is Thursday, April the 22nd, 2021. And it's currently 6:59 p.m. 6 o'clock. Brethren, what you are seeing here, this is the Most High taking the priesthood of Mahan down. Peace be with you, peace be unto you. See, those are the people that look like us, and they are going to get caught in these things, that are happening right now. Those are the people that makes our people look bad. Those are your church leaders. Those are your uncle, your fathers, your mothers. Those are the people you need to cut off. Look what the Messiah did to them. Let's watch in the beginning.
It could have exploded Sunday, but the Lord just held it back, didn't he?
Timing is a blessing only a pastor can see today.
Look what the Lord did. He waited until Thursday, Renee, to let it happen. We were in his Sunday.
On any other day, W.H. McDonald wouldn't be grateful to see his church empty.
So I humbled myself to put my name in very small letters.
The senior pastor and his son AJ, an assistant pastor, feel the weight of what could have been had their church been full. The building at 33rd and Williams caught fire hours earlier.
So yeah, this is what the Messiah is doing to those people churches. And you're going to see, brothers, in all of those videos, the second plague of the apocalypse of Abraham, you're going to see so many churches being burned down, so many churches being vandalized. This is the Messiah crapping and mocking those people, kingdom. Again, they look like us. Just for this video, we say, okay, well, they are people, but the freaking 2/3 that don't want to bend the knee, the one that do not want to uncover their heart and then confess to the Messiah. Okay, let's watch.
It's gonna blow up.
The pastors saw it on TV first.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And their eyes still can't believe it.
A fire explosion took place and it blew out, and that's why that awning came down.
The 88-year-old building is not lost, but it'll stay empty for a while.
We don't want to spark them back up, but man, you guys have been awesome, man, so I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, all right, well, whatever, man. No, the Messiah is being awesome, man. The Messiah did this, not you guys, scumbag, staging this thing. Like, oh, you guys, only Negroes you see seeing things like that. If it was the other people, they'll come up to that fight and say, "You bastards, you guys could have saved my church and all that." No, you guys are awesome, man, and stuff. Back with it ass Negro, man.
Pastor's work will go on.
And we've seen lives changed and people blessed, bodies healed, souls saved. Different people just throughout the community have been stopping by and just letting us know that they support us, they stand with us. Okay.
And all of those people gonna go out with you. When the Messiah unleashed what he had to unleash, all of them going to go out with this guy. Lies upon lies, people getting healed in your church and all that nonsense, all that garbage. Brothers, that's what happened, brothers, when you see some of us getting shot in the street. That's what happened when you see some of us getting into the ley line accident. That's what happened when you see the Messiah, whiplash. The Messiah whip our behind and cut our backs with his holy whips. This is what happened, man. It's not like those people are not aware of the truth. They are well aware of it. They know what's going on. They simply do not care.
Okay.
We're here to support you guys no matter what.
Okay.
Okay? Whatever your people need.
Okay.
All right? Not just with the church, just with anything.
Okay.
The church is still here, and it's the right time to rebuild.
It grabs you, but we can get through it.
No, you can't. And you will not. You see, this is things like that that pissing me off. You got those people out there knowing the truth, instead of give the Messiah the glory and they denied to him. I mean, you can't really do that. You can't really deny the Messiah the glory. He will not share it with anybody else, but you'll share it with the priesthood of Mahan. Let's move to the next church.
A church on the east side is having to pick through debris today after a fire reduced it to rubble overnight. It took fire crews close to 8 hours to work that scene. And as our Alicia Barrera reports, they certainly face some challenges along the way.
The flames seemed to never end and only grew in intensity.
Because it's a holy flame. Because it's a holy flame. It's coming from the Messiah. That's what that is. Okay? That's what that is. It's a holy flame from the Messiah. All right?
Quickly destroying Huntley Park Baptist Church on the east side.
It's my understanding that there are portions of the building that may have collapsed or are in danger of collapsing right now.
Overnight, dozens of firefighters fought to contain the flames.
The construction being an A-frame building of this size catching fire, that's the reason we fought it defensively at first. There was just no way that we were going to go inside that building.
But just when things seemed to be under control,
there's still some extremely dangerous spots in the center of the main, what I believe to be the sanctuary of the church.
The structure caught fire again, and in about 6 hours, this is what was left this morning.
All praises to the Most High Yahawah. All praises. Brothers, how many times you've seen this? How many times you have been seeing things like this? Like, they thought the fire, remember that fire that happened over there in that apartment in Miramar, and Pembroke Pines? And they put the fire out. They like, okay, it's good. And then they roll up everything, wrap up everything, and left. By the time they reach their station, they call them back. They say, it's worse than ever. And then they come back. Then the fire is done with the place. Now, brethren, if this is not the Messiah, I do not know what that is. I don't know who did this. I don't know who's doing this. If this is not the Messiah, because that's the only fellow that I acknowledge is my father YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH himself, the horrible and terrible God. He's the only God that have this power to do things like that.
A pile of charred wood.
Fire crews and arson will have to wait until conditions are deemed safe enough for them to go through that rubble, start their investigation, and determine a cause for the fire.
Yeah.
Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
All right, then. All right. Let's move to the next video, brothers. And let's see. There's any comment? Nope. 0 comments. That was in April the 10th, 2021. Let's move to the next video. Just to be warned, some of those videos gonna be the same. I'm not quite sure because I just randomly pulled them from the internet. So anyway, if they are the same, I'll just cut it.
Also new this morning, a church near downtown Houston with ties to singer Beyonce caught fire overnight. Crews arrived to find smoke coming from St. John's United Methodist Church off Crawford and Gray Streets. We're told firefighters went inside and found a small fire in the gym. It was being held at bay by the sprinkler system. They extinguished the fire, cleared the smoke from the building. Now, how that fire started is under investigation.
Of course. And then again, they always have to throw one of our people in there. Again, we assume, okay, this church's ties to Beyonce. So if you watch it, look at this, Lord, ties to Beyonce. Yeah, you know, so what a ridiculous comment made up about Beyonce. Yeah, always have to throw one of our people under the bus. Oh, this church is tied to Beyonce, so she did the fire. You know, scumbag Christian out there watching this online, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, oh, the Illuminati is burning the churches. That's why Beyonce, the witch, she said she said a spell or a prayer, and then that church caught on fire. So that's what they would say. All right, brother. Let's. What is this? This dude look like Botam Jean. This, I don't know, could be Botam Jean, but I'm not gonna watch it. Let's move into the next church.
New here at 10, Kansas City police conducted surveillance from inside a church that's been the target of repeated vandalism for months.
KCTV5's Emily Rittman talked with members of that church who hope it's finally over, thanks now to an arrest. Now she joins us live tonight from that church. Emily.
Carolyn, Kansas City police have investigated several reports of smashed windows and an attempted arson at the South Broadland Presbyterian Church. Officers decided to try and see if they could catch the suspect in the act.
It's been frightening, to be honest with you, to know that someone would go to such length to vandalize our building.
Vandalism at South Broadland Presbyterian Church began back in November when someone damaged their Black Lives Matter sign. Then someone began smashing nearly every window that could be reached, including 16 windows in one night. The suspect kept breaking windows in their nursery,
Where our kids in our preschool program inhabit. So that's disturbing as well. I couldn't believe how committed this person was in doing this. So it leads me to believe there's something on his heart and his mind that's really troubling.
Last night, a police officer watched surveillance cameras from inside the church's security office as another officer waited outside, out of sight. They saw the suspect walk up to the church carrying a baseball bat. He was seen swinging it. Then officers heard 2 loud bangs. As officers tried to arrest Chidera Akolo, police say he used the bat to strike an officer 2 times. A taser was used and Akolo was eventually taken into custody. Investigators say he was wearing clothing that was consistent with the clothing worn by the suspect during previous vandalism at the church. He's charged with assault and armed criminal action. Ruling elder Darren Story says as people of faith, members of their congregation will pray for the suspect and forgive him.
Yeah, that's what you so-called Christian does, okay? The Most High using a 2/3 to take out the... Yes, baby.
That brokenness comes out in various ways, and for him it came out in anger and destruction. I would just hope that,
Okay, so those are the saints, those are the idols, those are the things that our people are worshiping. And they told him, you're not supposed to do this. You are angering the great creator. You're angering the Most High himself when you're doing this. So the Most High is taking the 2/3, taking out the other 2/3. So now we are going to go back and see the plague that's happening here, which is fiery conflagration of the cities. This is the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. Hopefully that thing is recording very loud. This is the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham, and this is plague number 2, fiery conflagration of the cities. All right, now this is happening because of Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And fathers judging them through this. So this is that fire over there. And Cape Town, I believe, South Africa, Cape, what's all, I forgot. Okay, so this thing literally burned down the entire place. Okay.
It's with me in seconds.
Okay.
It's right on me. Here it is, here it is, here it is. I'm gonna have to bolt.
All right.
The heat's hitting me, the smoke's hitting me. It's here.
I'm trying to outrun the fire. I think my car just got burnt at Rhodes Memorial.
All
it's
right.
spreading like wildfire.
It's no hish, man. It's spreading like wildfire. No, it's spreading like holy fire. Zaza!
This is new res. We're taking everyone out because there's a fire starting. There's fire already inside. To the other side, we open an exit door right now.
Okay, that's the Most High, man. Brothers, things like that never really happen on a grander scale. You had the same thing happening in Mexico. They keep it hush hush. They were like focusing on that volcano that happened in St. Vincent because the people that live over there, they all look like us. Those are our people. And they make it look like some kind of like everybody die over there. Like, oh, you people are so unfortunate. But, you know, South Africa, there's a lot of them over there. So
we're just taking them out, guys, out.
Okay, so that's the university. This is plague number 2. Okay, fiery conflagration of the cities, and also flight in distress. Plague number 9. Execution by the sword in flight and distress. Those people are fleeing and distress. Okay, let's define the word distress. Define distress.
According to Merriam-Webster, Distress, suffering, misery, agony mean the state of being in great trouble.
Yes.
Distress implies an external and usually temporary cause of great physical or mental strain and stress.
Yes. Yes. Distress, suffering, misery, agony mean the state of being in great trouble. Great trouble, brethren. They're fleeing in distress. All right. Look at the university burning. The Most High is burning down the lies, their houses, and stuff like that. And they just stand there and watch. Stand there and watch. Brother, somebody made a comment the other day in one of those videos that I was watching. He said, I don't know if I said this before, but he said back then, he said, I'm going to be real here. He said back then when he used to watch the news, all he used to see is the face of black folks going in and out of the news. Going all around the news. Now all he sees every time there's a MS is the face of his own people. What's going on? He sincerely asks, like, what's going on? Like, he knows for a fact, like, something is happening, but they don't know what it is yet. You know, but we are here telling you, man, this is your trouble. All right, let's move into the next video about that fire. Okay, this is the Cape Town wildfire spread to university. The Most High burned down the University of Lies. You know, Nimrod come with that garbage. So, you know, you see, that's the meal. The Most High, the meal, brother, is a representation of your food, of your production, of the way you get you get your bread, your daily bread. Okay, remember that video we made about the meal? The two women at the meal, one's going to be taken and then one's going to be left. And then this is what's going to happen to that woman that they left over there. And so some certain things happen to that woman, and she's quite, you know, inside of this meal, and this meal caught on fire with her. Okay, so those are the people attempting to fight this thing. You cannot fight the Most High fire with this. This is a holy fire. Okay. All right. The university is burned down. Those are holy fire. All right. Those things are not happening like ages ago. This is like April the 19th. All right. This is the burial in the midst of them. Okay. This is the burial in the midst of them. Okay, they are fleeing, flight and distress. All right, let's do this again. This is the plague number 9, plague number 2, execution by the sword and flight and distress. Okay, all right. Define distress.
According to Merriam-Webster, distress, suffering, misery, agony mean the state of being in great trouble. Distress implies an external and usually temporary cause of great physical or mental strain and stress.
Define flight.
Here's the definition of flight: the action or process of flying through the air.
A flock of large body of birds. Okay, well then flight. Flight mean fleeing. That's, you know, this old English. Let's define flee or fleeing. Define fleeing. No, not gleeing.
Here's the definition of glean.
Define flee.
Extract information. Here's the definition of flee: run away from a place or situation of danger.
There we go. That's the word we were looking for. Flee, run away. Another word, flight. So take flight. All right, they have it here. They are taking flight from that thing, from that holy fire, right? They dub as a wildfire, but we know the burial is dancing in the midst of them. So, yeah. The Most High is doing this. You know, he's the master chess player. Checkmate them. Okay.
Fire caused major damage to the Sacred Heart of Jesus Church in northeast Minneapolis tonight. This view from Sky 4 captured flames coming through the roof. That fire started around 7 on 5th Street Northeast, and WCCO's Reg Chapman is there tonight. He joins us now. What can you tell us, Reg?
Wait a minute. I think I did this before. Did I? Yeah, I think
those crews are attacking some flames that have showed up around the bell tower on top of the roof. These crews got the call after 7 tonight on a fire on the first floor of the Sacred Church of Jesus Parish.
All right, Sacred Churches of Jesus Parish, but the church perish. All praises to the Most High, YAHAWAH. All right. It's not parish anymore, it's parish. imperishable church. All of you Christian watching this, you should think twice about this, man.
Get it under control.
And local 10 News reporter Annalise Garcia is joining us live right now.
She just arrived on the scene and has the latest. Annalise.
Good afternoon. We are in what seems to be a warehouse district right off Dixie Highway near Northeast 7th Avenue. And let me step out of the way so you can see where we are. You can see firefighters working to put the fire out right there. It's that tall building right past the fire truck. Now they have several hoses right now working hard to put this fire out. Now let's take you to some video that Sky 10 got for us earlier. You can see that thick smoke after the fire started. It looks like a big part of this building caught fire. Now we can take you to some cell phone video received. You can see again that heavy smoke.
Okay, so what you're seeing here, brothers, is this is the Most High anger. The Most High is visiting the earth. He's visiting. This is happening here in Oakland Park, like a mile or two from me. Happened yesterday, right? Styrofoam manufacturing business catches fire in Oakland Park. And if you've been watching all the videos, you see this thing happens so many times, so often. Okay, so that's
smoke. It's just flooding the streets surrounding this area. Now we can take you back out live. You can see that building continuously. You know, it's just completely burnt here. Chris, now you have a better view of it right there. That big opening thing's just completely burnt inside. Now we're standing out here right now with the fire chief of Oakland Park. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on out here? How this started? Do you guys know anything so far?
Well, the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Of course, always. Let's move to the next video.
Obstacles while trying to rescue victims. CBS 2's Jessica Moore.
One person is dead and another is in critical condition after an early morning fire on the Upper East Side.
Firefighters say they encountered obstacles while trying to rescue victims. CBS 2's Jessica Moore reports.
Witness video shows flames shooting out of the windows on the Upper East Side around 8:30 this morning.
I saw the smoke in the roof. By the time I'm coming down, the super came and he said you have to get out of the house. Wow. So we just grabbed the passports and my kid and the dog and we left.
The apartment building at the corner.
That's the Most High. They are flight in distress because the Most High is burning everything. You know, this is He's doing, brothers. All praises and glory to the Heavenly Father. He is doing this. We give him all credits here. And it's only going to get worse. And you see there's like an increase in frequency of fire in New York. Is that where that happened? Let me see. Yeah, it's happened somewhere in Upper East Side. Somewhere in New York. Okay. Upper East Side afternoon. I've seen the video when the firemen got there. Took them forever to out water in the fire. They should have washed the start. Yeah. Build the blasted and just try it again. I thought that was Dracula talking and drank your blood. Well, this dude really did look like Dracula. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the fire.
Was a self-professed collector.
I think it was a fire danger because...
Oh, I think you're talking about that dude.
Clothing and furniture was piled up to the ceiling. You could not walk in normally. He never used his kitchen. He had a very unlivable condition.
The Department of Buildings tells CBS 2 it had not received any complaints about the building in more than 10 years.
Yeah, because it's not like people like us staying over there. They don't look like us. Why should they receive complaints? Why? Let us move in, brothers. Okay, that was the church that was vandalized. Let's move to another church that is vandalized.
The Robstown community is turning the other cheek tonight after St. Anthony's Church was vandalized. Parishioners turning their faith in order to move forward. Patrick Johnstone is there with what parishioners have to say.
As you can imagine, people here are very upset that their church was vandalized, but people are saying they're praying for whoever's responsible.
You break into a church, I think you're a damn fool.
No hish, man. I mean, that's what you people do, praying for the people that, you know, being brutalized and stuff like that. You've been telling our people to do this all the time. Now it's happening to you. It's time for you to do this. You know, pray for your enemy. And we told you when the Mosai was talking, when the Mosai was saying this, he was talking to David brothers. well, Abinadab or and the other, they considering David their enemy. The Most High was talking to them. If you read the book of Throne of David, the Throne of David. Now it's time for you scumbag to go ahead and say this.
That's the bottom line.
People in Robstown were upset when they heard the news.
I thought it was terrible. I don't know why anybody would even want to do that.
That people broke into St. Anthony's Church and vandalized the altar with a fire extinguisher.
Well, if you're Catholic, it's the holiest place in the church.
No hish, man. I mean, no hish. I mean, yeah, everything is holy to you scumbags, man. No, sir. The holiest place on this entire earth is our land. The holiest place in the heavens and the earth is where the Messiah sits, his throne. And the holiest place of things that walking on this earth is the hearts of his children, not your church.
Police say multiple individuals entered the church between 4 and 6 a.m. Tuesday morning.
I don't know what would possess them. I mean, they've got to have some devil.
Yes, demons. I mean, what could possess those people to do such unholy act? Yeah, that's up you scumbags are.
You know, it's a disgrace.
People in Robstown outraged that someone would do that to a holy place.
Again, this isn't a holy place. Yeah, I don't know what is it. This is not a separate place. You got all sort of scumbags in there, all kind of people. Anybody can get in here. That's what happened. Anybody just got in here. And some people, they got in there to pray. Some of them, they got in there to freaking vandalize.
That's pure nonsense. That's nonsense. There ain't no reason for you to break into a church.
Today, reinforcements being added to the church door. Renee Zavala Sr., a member of the church, has this message to whoever vandalized it.
I ask him to give God a chance, you know. God is the most awesome person in the world, you know. And he's a forgiving God, so God is for all of us, you know. If you live the right life, God will help you out.
I spoke with a priest here at St. Anthony's. He said he did not want to comment, but police tell us that the church is not pressing any charges. Reporting in Robstown, Patrick Johnstone, Chris 6 News.
Okay, this is the Mosai, you know, lowering his airplane and dropping deuce on your kingdom, man.
From Chris TV, this is Chris 6 News at noon.
Really? They do that?
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jeff Dubroff. Tuesday morning, the Facebook page for St. Anthony's Church.
All right. That's the same thing at Robstown, I believe, right? Okay, that's the same thing. Again, like I say, I just pulled those things out.
Cleanup is underway at an Idaho Falls church after it was vandalized. Someone spray painted several derogatory phrases on the outside wall of St. Paul's United Methodist Church. Pastor Nancy Amos tells us they believe it was done sometime between Monday night and Tuesday morning. But efforts to clean up the graffiti have been unsuccessful. At this point, Pastor Amos doesn't know when it will be removed.
We have had some help trying to get it off. We've had some wonderful offers from members of the church and people in the community at large, which has just been fantastic. But we are right now trying to find out how we remove the spray paint. We've tried one method and it was not successful.
Oh boy.
Facebook Live worship services are still scheduled for tonight, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay, that's the Mosai again, mocking those people. Your God has no power.
The FBI is now involved in an investigation after a bottle with a racial slur on it was thrown through a church window. It happened at the Logan Temple AME Zion Church in East Knoxville last month. The pastor at the church says they will pray for the soul and heart of the person who did it. The FBI says it cannot comment on ongoing investigations.
Yeah, no hish, man. No hish. We'll pray for the people that did this so they can throw more battle in there. Scumbags.
No, unfortunately, their cameras only caught a glimpse of these two graffitiers who likely hopped the fence here to get to that wall. And not only did this happen on Holy Week, Patrick, but it also, the tag itself is on original Cream City brick that the church went through a lot of effort to preserve. The new parish center at St. Francis of Assisi has been in the making since May of last year. Cream City bricks used to build the center were discovered hidden and perfectly preserved behind plaster in the old monastery on site.
The bricks were removed individually, had to be cleaned individually, and that's what makes it harder to see this brand new, beautiful looking Cream City brick building defaced.
No, that's not what that is. It's beautiful. This is the Most High doing things to you scumbags. Your time is up. You know, and those people are realizing right now, a lot of the people that are doing this, they are members of the church. They see those people are liars. They don't see the results that they're supposed to see. That's what happened.
Father Michael Bertram tells me based off their cameras, they likely left the multicolor tag that reads Psycho, Demons Control Me 666 around 4 o'clock Sunday morning, the start of Holy Week.
This is the week when we really commemorate how Jesus' body was defiled and even killed. And in some ways we have evidence of it right on the property in the sense that this building, our body, has been defiled and defaced as well.
This broke my heart when I passed by Sunday morning on the way to church.
There you go. There you go. It's always put one of us there to pour their hearts out. This broke my heart. And why would they would do this to the place that I worship, the good Lord, white Jesus, why they would do this, you know? Pour your heart out.
But there, and just to come here and see that on the wall, it broke my heart.
No, of course it
Who
does.
would do this to our neighborhood?
A very good person, of course.
Bertram tells me the cost to clean the brick will likely run into the thousands. Even then, it may never look the same.
Well, Caroline, is the church working to prevent this from happening again?
Well,
yes, they should keep on praying to white Jesus. That should be working.
And we know that Boston police are investigating both of those incidents as hate crimes. Now, I want you to take a look at this statue right here. You can see it's upright right now, but just yesterday it was down, face down into the ground there. Again, Boston police are asking for your help in identifying this person. They believe he is one of those who knocked over that statue of the Virgin Mary at a church near Andrews Square. That statue had already been knocked over last week as well, and the new cement that was put in hadn't even dried yet and hadn't secured that statue to the ground. Vandal has put some sort of putty into 4 different locks to prevent people from getting inside the church. The priest here is disgusted.
It's costing us thousands of dollars in damage.
Yeah. This guy is losing money. He's not praying for his enemy, is he? Let's finish watching this.
Property, you know, and this is not a cheap, inexpensive thing, and it's not a victimless crime either, because this ends up traumatizing people who are already, you know, have trauma in their life.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Now, another Catholic church in Dorchester was also vandalized. Bike locks were put up on some of the doors there, and that same goop was also put into the locks to prevent people from going inside. Again, Boston police asking for your help in identifying the person in those surveillance images. We just checked with them, and at this point, they still have not made any arrests. So again, if you recognize that person, give them a call. We're live in South Boston this evening. I'm Peter Eliopoulos, WCVB News Center 5.
No hish, man. I mean, yeah. Now you see, brothers, this is the Most High mocking. Is that thing recording? Yes, it is. This is the Most High mocking those people, man.
Right now at 6, we have an Eyewitness News exclusive. In fact, we have some video right here of vandals breaking church windows and doing some damage inside right there. This isn't the first time they've actually attacked this particular church in the capital city. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Roger Suzanin spoke with the pastor.
And this is where they picked up the rocks and broke the windows.
Pastor Jeff Powell says surveying the smashed windows outside the new Antioch Baptist Church is bad enough, but stepping inside the sanctuary and spotting the hole in the stained glass was soul-shattering.
It was very sickening. It was heart-wrenching, and as I said, when I saw it, I had to sit down because that's how it affected me.
Vandals have been targeting the church in Hartford's North End for months. The congregation already spent $5,000 to fix all the windows and doors in the back of the church and add barriers after an attack in November.
First thing I would do is I would pray for them, And then the next thing I wanted to ask him, why?
Okay, why? That's the thing. The Negro always will pray for you. Remember the previous guy said, oh, hell no, man. That thing cost me 5 G's. You know, made white Jesus, you know, strangle that bastard when he go to sleep. Okay, that guy didn't care. Like, oh, this is not a victimless crime. This dude, I would pray for you, but why? Why did you do this? What if this guy come up to you and said, you did pray for me, I saw you on the TV, and this is why I did it. Why did you do it? I did it because the Messiah ordered me to do this. He ordained me to do this. He told me do this because of Genesis 15 verse 13, because of what you scumbag did to his people, what you priesthood of Mahan did to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is why I did it. So now what? What you gonna say? What is it? You going to forgive him? And then when that guy put that judgment upon you and say, yeah, fellow, you're going to get caught up in whatever it's coming now. Those are the people, brothers.
And then earlier this month, criminals smashed all of the church's side windows in 2 separate assaults.
What do? I just stood there in amazement looking at it and couldn't believe that it happened again. And they got them all this time.
The only good news is the vandals were caught on camera. Pastor Powell hopes someone will recognize the criminals in this surveillance video.
We saw them where they started from and where they came over and picked up the rocks, and they walked around into the driveway, and they just started breaking these windows.
The vandals didn't steal anything. It appears they destroyed the church windows for fun. Pastor Powell says it will cost the congregation another $10,000 to fix the damage.
All right, I should start a windows repair business in this area. Yeah, right. Anyway, brothers and sisters, let's move to the next video.
Evil is real, but good triumphs over evil.
Okay, wait, is that the same
bishop
guy?
feeling good that a person was caught quickly for the vandalism which happened overnight at the Youngstown parish.
Oh.
Good evening, I'm Dave Sess.
And I'm Alexis Walters. All day, First News has been following the vandalism at Basilica of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Youngstown.
New tonight, a suspect is in custody, and police say he admitted to the crime.
All right.
Now, one piece of evidence which helped investigators was this security video. We got a hold of it late this afternoon, and you can see it shows a person throwing a rock or something big and heavy to break the statues.
Now, the statues were in a gated area. He had to climb in to get to them. You can see even him dancing around after he damages one of the statues. First News weekend anchor Keely Lovern joins us live with more details and reaction from church leaders.
Good job. Good job.
Good evening, Dave, Lexi. Yes, a 20-year-old.
Wow, he took the head of the priest of Mahan, man. This is, Manasseh is grand. Yeah.
Old man from East Palestine is in the Mahoning County Jail tonight for that vandalism after police say he confessed to them to damaging 18 statues and a light here at Mount Carmel. You can see one of those statues missing a head right here behind me. Today I spoke to church leaders who say even though this is a major tragedy for the church, they are still willing to show forgiveness to the suspect.
Of course.
A disturbing scene Friday morning at Basilica of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Youngstown.
Wow.
It's truly an attack on the heart and soul.
Oh, man. This is good.
At
This is
Basilica
good.
of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Youngstown.
Wow. Look at this. Look at this, brothers. Tell me if this is not the Messiah. The Messiah is grand, man. The Messiah is big. It's checkmating you here. Take your head off.
It's truly an attack on the heart and soul of the people when their faith is not respected.
Overnight, 18 statues outside the church were knocked over, and some even had the heads knocked off. Lights on the property were also damaged.
Anytime there is any desecration to any of our properties or religious spaces or objects, it really cuts to the heart of who we are and what we stand for.
All right, you guys stand for pedophilia. We know that. Go ahead.
With more than $20,000 in damage done to the sacred property, church leaders wondered who could have done such a thing.
A very good person, of course. Go ahead.
Police say that person is 20-year-old Caleb Van Campen.
Ah, Caleb. Okay, you see, Caleb is actually a very good guy. I mean, not only this Caleb is good. Good job, fellow. May the Most High bless you. May the Most High give you a very good part in the kingdom for doing his work as a demon. Now, brothers, Caleb is a good name. Remember, Caleb was the only guy in and the others that did not go against Moses and the Most High in the desert. Caleb smashed the idol. That's good job, Caleb. That is good job. Instead of 1,000 lashes, you will receive 999. Zaza!
Shocking, because we live in a valley where there's such a respect for diversity and the respect for faith, and to see someone, you know, attacking symbols of faith, it's truly disheartening. And
no, it's not. It's actually, my heart is jumping in joy right now. I'm very glad this happened.
Disturbing.
Police say Van Kampen confessed to the crimes Friday afternoon. He is now expected to be charged with felony vandalism.
Well, we have no idea what motivated them to do something like this.
No. You guys have no idea. Probably this dude was a little boy going in this church and he remembered what you did to him and then he came back for revenge. Zaza!
We certainly would want to forgive them, show them mercy, and encourage them to look at the good within themselves.
Monsignor Michael Coriglio echoed that sentiment of forgiveness during Friday afternoon's Mass. But even in this tragedy, Bishop Bonner says he knows this community will get through it together.
The faith of the people here in Youngstown is very resilient. It's strong.
No, it's not. You scumbag already gave up, though, you know, because of the whole N8. Okay, who's knocking on the door? All right, let's move in. Give me a second. All right. Kids, man, it's like 6:42. I'm fasting. Yeah, a lot of spiritual attack. Yeah. Well, let's move to the next video, brothers. Oh, church shooting vandalism. Okay, somebody's shooting the church. Okay, this guy's gonna shoot this place or what? What's going on here? I haven't watched this video. Okay, fire one shot. Somebody shot at the church. Oh. Wait, is that the same car or the other one? Okay. Yeah, that's the same car. It's a loop. No, it's not. It's not a loop. It's that guy coming back again. Coming back. Fire one shot. And then coming back again. 11:39. Let me see the time again. Okay, 11:38. Fire shot. And then come back at 11:39. It's the same dude. It's the same guy shooting at churches. And then burning donuts in there in the parking lot. Burner donuts. And then stop. Did he stop? Okay. What, the truck died. And then he shoot at the camera. He trying to shoot the camera. And then he left. Fire another shot. Another one. Another one. That's a good quality stuff right there. That's good quality surveillance, whatever you want to call it, camera. Okay, this guy went over there and shoot at that church like 4 or 5 times. Who knows?
A Denver church left with its plants shredded in the chapel and small statues crushed on the floor. Police are looking for the vandals who broke into St. Anthony of Padua Catholic Church late last night.
All praises to the Most High, brothers and sisters. This is the Most High mocking those people. This is the Most High doing things to them, okay? All right, so the beloved brother Abdullah Sir just uploaded a video right now. Yeah, so oh boy, who's this? This kid's over here a lot out there. So yeah, New York City find infant twins dead in Wood, Queens. Oh boy. Russia to pull troops back from near Ukraine's. Created with a higher spiritual capacity, keys of Enoch Colburn. Penguin escape killer. Oh no, that's a month ago. All right, brothers. Yeah, the hospital in India is run out of oxygen, and anyway, brothers, you understand what's going on with the Mosai and how he's doing his thing, how he's burning down the places, how he's burning down the churches and vandalizing them and mocking those people, because the Most High is